Howdy everyone. Are you a fan of the Old West? If so, hitch up your horse, dust yourself off, grab a drink at the bar, have a seat, and get ready for this next review. This is... Hi everyone. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Brick by Brick with Mighty Joe. Today's episode is going to be a very special episode. We are celebrating Funwhole's reunion. That's right, Funwhole was founded and started in 2014, and they are celebrating a milestone. And not only that, they're not only celebrating their anniversary, they're also changing their name. That's right, Funwhole will now be known as Lumibricks. Great name. Illuminated bricks, Lumibricks. Love it. Now, this episode is sort of sponsored by Funwhole because Funwhole sent me a set to review for the channel. So Funwhole, thank you very much. Sorry, Lumibricks, thank you so much for sending this set. All right, partners, this is the set right here. This is the Funwhole Western Saloon. It's stock number F9021. 2,026 pieces and is rated for ages 16 and up. A great looking set in their Western collection. Very, very good detail on this one. Let's take a look at the box. We've got our picture of the saloon on the front. On the back, we've got a shot of it in the daytime. And then a shot of it lit up as it would be at night. That's right. If you don't know about Lumibricks, they do provide sets. Every single one of their set comes with light kits. It's an awesome, awesome thing. And that's exactly what drew me to the company and to the product. I love it so much. All right. That's the box. And of course, the box is really sturdy material. It is a great box. Look at that. The box itself is almost as nice a display as the actual set once it's built. So needless to say, these boxes are going to be put away. Why don't we open it up and take a look and see what's inside? Okay, let's open it up and take a look. All right. Now, as I said, every Funwhole set comes with a light kit. Let's take a look and see what this one has. All right. It looks like we have two bags of lights. We've got our battery box. And we've got some tweezers to help us with the installation of the small connectors. All right, let's put that off to the side. And it looks like this set has not one, not two, not three books, but one book. But look at this book. Look at the spine on that thing. This is going to be an amazing build. I can already tell you guys. Look at this. This is going to be a gorgeous build when it's finished. I can't wait to finish it and show it to you guys. All right, now this one does have some stickers. You can see them there, and we've got them behind the Funwhole service card. Now let me tell you something. Speaking of Funwhole service, or Lumibricks service, they have got some of the best customer service around. There you go. Let's look at some of the stickers. If you happen to accidentally break a light, or you're missing some pieces, if you let Lucas and the team know, they will send you out what you're missing and replace the lights that are broken. All right, and there's the book. Very nice. And let's go ahead and get these bags spread out and see what we've got. So we've got our book, our stickers, our light kit. The bags that are labeled with the letter F are usually going to contain pieces for the minifigures and specialty pieces that are used to hide the wires in the light kits. This particular kit has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 steps. And also a bag of base plates. So it's got 12 steps. However, there are 33 bags. This is going to be another fun build. All right, so there you have it. Let's get this thing built and we'll get a little review of it. Are you ready? Saddle up. All right, folks, step number 1 is complete, and that has given us our 3 minifigures. It looks like we've got a cowboy, 2 different kinds of cowboys, and we've got the barkeep right here. Very nice. And also given us the beginning of our saloon, which is the base. Now, it's a pretty sturdy base. Other builds like the Steampunk Trading Center are kind of flimsy to move, but I went ahead and stuck this one on a mill's plate anyway. I just put the existing base on the mill's plate and then I'll fill in the gap, just because I don't want to have to transfer all of this and build another mill's plate on there. But either way, it'll give it the height it needs when I finally place it where it's going to be. Here we are. All right, it's looking good so far, nice and sturdy. On to step 2. All right, step 2 is done, and that has given us a cute little, looks like mosaic pattern on the floor. Maybe it's supposed to be a rug, I'm not too sure yet. It's given us some more of the flooring. And it's given us these 2 gold dots with our first stickers of the set. Everything's looking good. It's time to build some more and keep on trucking. On to bag 3. All right, step 3 is complete. Let's take a look at what it gave us. Step 3 has given us this wall. You can see that we've got a cute little piano with some sheet music. I don't know what these things are supposed to be here yet. It's consisted of 2 doors. We've got some artwork there, some beer. On the outside of the saloon, we've got a little chair, I guess it is. It's kind of strange looking design. And we've got a table with a glass. We've got a rifle. And we've got a banner here. And a map hanging on the wall. I'm not too sure what this is supposed to be. It's it looks like it's a little advertisement or a little wanted poster, and then it kind of spins when you spin this around. So I don't know what that's supposed to be, but I guess we'll find out all in due time. All right, on to step 4. All right, step number 4 is complete, and it's given us an exterior wall with some bullet holes in it. It's given us a wall that's going to enclose this area over here. Pretty awesome. On this side over here, we have one of the swinging saloon doors. And then on the interior wall, for some reason, we have a whip hanging there. I don't know, you may not want to mess with the barkeep or whoever's going to yield and wield that whip. All right, keeping it short and sweet, on to step 5. All right, everybody, that bag gave us a lot of detail. That was bag number 5. We now have the bar, a poker table, a side table, a beer barrel, and the bar door. The swings right here. That's pretty cool. Yeah, this is going to be wonderful once it's finished. I can't wait to see the finished product. All right, on to step number 6. Step 6 is complete, and we've got a lot more detail going on. You can see here that we've got the 2 saloon doors now. We've got another wall. We've got the roof over the bar is complete. We've got some lighting strung up with the connectors coming out both sides here. I'm interested to see what else is going to happen with the lighting as we move in to bag and step 7. Giddy up. bag 7 is complete. And we've got quite a lot done. We've got our roof right here with lights wired into it. We've got the front of the saloon right here with the skull. And over here we have the other patio area with lights in it as well. This thing is looking really great. And while I was building, a June bug landed and decided he was going to hang out in my mill's plate. So I'm going to have to hope he gets out and vacates before we finish this structure. All right, on to bag 8. All right, folks. Step 8 is complete, and it gave us the slide open wall that allows us to access the saloon from the rear. We've got a little table here and a staircase leading up to the second floor, along with a lamp and some posters here offering employment. On to step number 9. All right, folks, step number 9 is complete, and it has given us a writing desk with some sort of agreement, probably a land agreement on it. It's given us some beautifully decorated windows, a grandfather clock, and a bulletin board with several different flyers taped to it. And this wall has now been completed, and you can see from the outside we've got the siding done, giving us a really cool looking front of the saloon. All right, we are on to step number 10. Okay guys, step 10 is complete. We've completed yet another wall. Very nice. We've completed and installed some lights here on the upper balcony. This wall that comes out onto the patio above the front entrance. We're in the home stretch, guys. We only have 2 more steps to go. Let's get this done. Okay, with that, step number 11 is done, and we have got a lot done, folks. We've got our lights all wired in and installed and tested. We've got a rain barrel on the roof. We've got everything tacked down, and we've got our saloon sign. And this thing is getting so heavy, so awesome, looking amazing. We got 3 little bags for step 12, which are pretty much accents, and then it'll be time for our final review. Looking great, guys. All right, ladies and gentlemen of the brick building community, this set is done. I give you the Lumibricks Funwhole Western Saloon. Isn't it gorgeous? So much detail. And of course, being that it is Lumibricks, lights. So pretty. But of course, to get the full effect, an absolute thing of beauty, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that glow. All right, let's get into the review. Okay, now, as I did say, this set F9021 does consist of 2,026 pieces. It is rated for ages 16 and up. It was a very enjoyable build, very pleasurable. I didn't have a lot of problems putting stuff together. I did put it, like I said, on Mill's plate so that I can integrate it into a city later. Right now it'll just go up on my shelf like this. It does have the original base plate on it, and I just put that on top of the mills that I build. All right, and let's take a look. We have a side build here that just goes off to the side. It's got a barrel. It's got an old dead tree and some bushes. And we do have our minifigures. We've got this guy right here. You can see that he's pretty rugged looking. He's got his little outfit on. Let's try and shed some light on him. There we go. There we are. Better look at him. He's got his little scarf, his gun belt, a rugged look with a cigar, and a rather nice haircut for an old West guy. All right, and then we've got this cowboy here, and you can see that he's got a little 5 o'clock shadow going. He's got his cowboy hat on, his little outfit, really cute. And then, of course, the old bartender. Just trying to keep the peace and keep people from fighting in his saloon. All right, speaking of the saloon, let's get a look at it real quick. You'll see that we do have the wonderfully printed pieces up here where the name goes. Love that. We've got a little longhorn skull hanging above there. 2 lights above this patio area. We've got random foliage and cactus or cacti around the bottom outside of the saloon. And we've got a little sign here that is kind of alluding to the train station. See that? All right, put that back. And we've got the patchwork done up here with these boards. We've got a rain barrel on top of the building, which is pretty cool. Let's see, what else can we look at here? We've got a sign here that says Frontier Tavern. We've got a bit of, I guess, a water trough here for the horses and a hitching post, along with a very Western looking bush. There's a bag here. Maybe it's a feed bag for a horse. I don't know. All right. Now, during the build, we did notice that there was a strange kind of mechanism over here, and we couldn't tell really what it was for. Thought maybe it was for something having to do with this little sign here, like spinning around. But actually what it is there is a room right here, and that room is kind of hidden. But if you turn this, it pops the wall out and you can look inside. So looking inside, you can see that there is a window. There is a rifle on the wall. There's a little plaque over here on the side. A little table. And in the back, you can hardly see it, there's a little red chair. Pretty cool. And then there's some stickers here. There's a newspaper, the Frontier Gazette. And we've also got some vines growing up on the roof. or on the side of the building rather. Really neat detail. And the beauty is, if you look, you can look inside the saloon. You can look right in through the swinging doors and see some of the interior detail, like this beer barrel right here. But there's an even better way to get a view inside. And that would be this back wall right here. Open it up and you're in a whole new world. So starting upstairs, you can see some wanted posters. You can see a bulletin board in the back, a grandfather clock, a desk with a little quill and ink well, and a little land agreement. And as you come down the stairs to the bar area, you can see that there's a piano. There's a little table right here for some cowboys to sit. A table over here in the corner for a loner. Careful, because he's got a gun on the table. There's that beer barrel. And then there's also a poker game going on, with the money stacked, the cards down, and the coins. And then, of course, there is the bar. Look at that detail, guys. Another steer skull inside. A little swinging bar door on the side. Unbelievable. And the chandelier is amazing. Look at that. Such an amazing sight to behold. I'd seen pictures of this online, but seeing it in person, the pictures online just don't do it justice. This is absolutely beautiful, guys. Lumibricks, aka Funwhole, has really outdone themselves on this one. All right, folks, that does it for this build and review of the Lumibricks Old Western Saloon. Funwhole, happy anniversary. Lumibricks, happy birthday. Can't wait to build more of your sets. If you guys want to build sets like this, you can go to www.funwhole.com, or you can go to my affiliate link. I'll put it in the description down below, and you can get yourself 8% off your order. And you can also try, if you find products that aren't having a current discount, use my coupon code BrickByBrickMJ10 and you can get 10% off your order. If you're one of those folks that loves ordering off Amazon, I'll throw my Amazon affiliate link down the bottom too. Every time you order from these links, it helps the channel a little bit, helps us keep buying sets to review for those that are not sponsored. Again, this set was sent to me by Funwhole, aka Lumibricks, and I'm very appreciative. Thank you so much, guys, from the bottom of my heart. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. If you did, please make sure to like the video, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so you know when new stuff is uploaded. Tell your friends about me and check out my Facebook page, Brick by Brick with Mighty Joe. Come on back next time and we'll take it brick by brick. See ya!